Good morning, students. Myself is Mrs. S. Sangeeta, working as an assistant professor in Konganadu College of Engineering and Technology in Department of Information Technology. In this class, we are going to see the subject cloud computing. So in cloud computing, we are going to see the unit 3. Under unit 3, we have one of the important topic which is called as NIST Cloud Computing Reference Architecture. So actually, why we go for this NIST cloud computing reference architecture means for providing secure and effective cloud computing to reduce the cost and improve the services. So what is NIST? NIST is nothing but the National Institute of Standards and Technology. So it has been designated by Federal Chief Information Officer Vivek Kundra with technical leadership for US government agency efforts related to the adoption and development of cloud computing standards. So they were trying to provide some secure and effective cloud environment to the society. So, and they are in need of reducing the cost and they tried to improve the services. So this diagram shows the NIST reference architecture. So in this architecture, we have the main components such as cloud consumer, cloud auditor, cloud provider, and cloud broker. So we will see about each component one by one clearly in the forthcoming slides. So in the diagram, what it illustrates means the cloud auditor is responsible for doing some security audits, and they are responsible for privacy impact audit and performance audit, everything. And the cloud provider is responsible for service orchestration, cloud service management, security, and privacy. So the service orchestration covers service layer as well as resource abstraction and control layer, physical resource layer. The service layer in the sense, the categorization of cloud computing based on the services what it provides. The cloud service layers are such as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. And then the physical resource layer comprises of hardware and facility. Likewise, the cloud service management. So the cloud service management provides the business support, provisioning and configuration, portability, interoperability. So these things are considered or managed by the cloud service management. And then cloud broker is responsible for service intermediation, service aggregation, and service arbitrage. Once again, I would like to say, so regarding all the compartments of all the components of uh, the NIST reference architecture in the forthcoming slides in detail. So they are the actors of NIST reference architecture: cloud consumer, auditor, provider, and broker. Um, Each actor is an entity that participates in a transaction or a process and or performs some tasks in cloud computing. So we are going to have one table which explains the role of each actor in NIST architecture. So the general activities of the actors are discussed in the forthcoming slide. The cloud consumer. The cloud consumer is actually in need of cloud service. They are in need of accessing the services, cloud services from the cloud service provider. That's why they will request the cloud services from the cloud provider, or they will request via the cloud broker. The cloud auditor conducts independent audits and may contact the others to collect the necessary information. So here the actors were mentioned and the roles played by the actor, that is the responsibilities are given as definitions here. The cloud consumer, he is a person or an organization that maintains a business relationship with cloud providers. The cloud provider may be a person or organization, and they are in the place of providing the services to the requested parties. And the cloud auditor will conduct independent assessment of cloud services, information system operations, performance and security of cloud implementation. The cloud broker. Cloud broker is an entity that manages the use, performance, and delivery of cloud services and negotiates relationships between cloud providers and cloud consumers. And then the next one is cloud carrier, an intermediary that provides the connectivity between the cloud provider to cloud consumer. So this is one of the first scenario. So in this scenario, we have the diagram like this, such as the cloud consumer is contacting the cloud broker. The cloud broker knows all the details about the cloud providers, those who are providing the services. So based on the request raised by the cloud consumer, the cloud broker will suggest some cloud providers to the cloud consumer. So through the cloud broker only, the cloud consumer will access the services provided by the cloud providers. So the cloud provider is responsible for arranging service level agreements also. So the service level agreement is the agreement which is signed between the cloud consumer and the cloud service provider. So in the cloud service level agreement, everything will be mentioned clearly, like the payment of the cloud consumer, as well as the quality of the service. So likewise, everything will be covered in the service level agreement. So here we have two kinds of service level agreements, like SLA1 and SLA2. SLA1, that is service level agreement 1, is signed between cloud consumer and the cloud provider directly. So the cloud provider will put or will sign the service level agreement with the cloud carrier. Cloud carrier is an organization or something which is used for providing the service to the cloud consumer. Okay, students, now I think you're all clear about NIST reference architecture. Thank you for your patient listening.